Dear learners of Standard 7, welcome back to my Science Geography class. Today I am going to discuss on a new chapter, that is chapter 14, and it will be the last chapter of your first term syllabus, that is change of climate. You know the earth is surrounded by atmosphere, and this atmosphere is controlled by the weather and climate. In this weather and climate influences our life in various ways. In normal weather and climate, we lead a normal life. So due to increase of the temperature of the atmosphere, this climate of the earth is changing, and Bangladesh is harmed due to the climatic changes, and nowadays we are experiencing the global warming. So let's know about weather and climate. What is weather? Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place over a short period of time, whereas climate refers to the weather pattern using statistical data of a place over a long enough period to yield meaningful averages. So according to the climatology studies, this climatic change and is an atmospheric science. So simply we can define that weather means the condition of atmosphere for a short period of time in a particular area, and temperature and pressure of air, wind direction, speed, humidity, quantity, that is etc. make the weather. And for example, that is about climate, we used to say that today's weather was cool but it was too hot in noon. So weather may change in no time, but on the other hand, climate does not change suddenly. So climate is the average result of many years weather of an area. For example, we can say we used to say that climate of Bangladesh is hot and moist. It means in Bangladesh one feels hot and the air is wet, and climate of Russia is mainly cold. This statement indicates that Russia is cold round the year. So weather can be changed suddenly, but climate cannot be changed suddenly. Factors affecting weather. There are major 4 factors that affects the weather condition: temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind and humidity of the atmosphere. Basic 4 factors: temperature, humidity, air pressure and wind. Temperature, humidity, air pressure and wind. And also we can give a focus on precipitation, that is rainfall, and cloud layer, dense or light. So we will focus on the 4 affecting factors of the weather: temperature, humidity, air pressure and wind. If temperature increase or decrease, humidity also increase, decrease, air pressure, it will, temperature will affect the humidity to change the humidity, air pressure and wind. And climate controls. For controlling the climate of an area, besides that 4 major factors, there are 6 factors also that affects the climate. That is latitude, altitude, it is height. About latitude you know latitude and longitude, and altitude, it is the height, sea, ocean currents and the relief features, land relief features, that land structure, and pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, the area, how far from the area from the sea. So for climate, for controlling the climate of an area, these factors are emergency. But to control the weather, temperature and pressure of air, wind direction and speed, humidity or quantity of water vapor in the air, cloud, fog and rainfall, etc. make the weather condition. For example, you know, that is did you listen any bulletins at the end of the radio or television news? What is the news about? What do we learn from such news? Is there any possibility of a storm or rain, or day is sunny or the cloudy, or the gusty wind may blow tomorrow, like this. So can we learn whether it will be hot or cold tomorrow? Yes. Usually the last part of the news content the bulletins whether there is possibility of rain or storm, what is the day temperature and how will be the rainfall was recorded, and in which places or what was the highest and lowest temperature of the day. These are known as the weather bulletins. And is it possible to understand what weather is from the weather bulletins? Yes. For example, we can say sometimes that is when the highest temperature was 35 degrees Celsius, it means that the day's atmosphere was hot, and when the highest temperature was 13 degrees Celsius, it means that the day was cold. The sky was cloudy or the day was foggy. These conditions indicate weather for a short time. Now we will know about climate versus weather. So difference between climate and weather. Factors of weather and climate are basically the same. That four major factors I told you: temperature, air pressure, wind direction and humidity. So temperature, air pressure, humidity. Humidity means relative quantity of water vapor in the air. Rainfall are the factors of weather and climates. And when these factors are same, what are the difference between weather and climates? Now follow weather patterns of a particular place over a long period, but short-term conditions of the atmosphere in particular place, measured over a long period of time, then measured over a short period of time. This is climate, this part is weather. Affected by the climate system as well as altitude and latitude. Previously I told about the controlling factors. Affected by temperature, air pressure and moisture, etc. Forecasted by collective weather statistics over a long period of time. That means climate is the average result of many years weather of an area, and forecasted by collective meteorological data. That means this weather means the condition of atmosphere for a short period in a particular time, which will be provided by meteorological office. Okay, so here we have learned this weather condition of a particular area for a short period of time. It is the weather, and climate is the average result of many years weather of an area. And weather may change within a short span of time, but climate does not change suddenly. When changes occur, it takes many years. Then weather of nearby places may be vary. For example, there was rain in Faridpur but no rain in Borishal, whereas usually climates of certain regions are the same, such as climates of Bangladesh, Thailand, West Bengal of India are similar. Now you will know about the atmosphere. So in a standard 6 you have learned that the earth was very hot at the first stage of creation, and gradually it cooled down, and at the same time light gaseous substance form the outermost part, this outermost part. So from the earth's surface, if we divide this into two parts, the interior portion and external portion. So this is the outermost part of the earth surface, and it is the atmosphere. So what is atmosphere? The gaseous part that encircles the earth is known as the atmosphere. Okay, and you know that atmosphere is mainly composed of nitrogen and oxygen, and there are different types of layer in atmosphere. So now we will know the composition of the atmosphere. Basically, this atmosphere is composed of nitrogen and oxygen. So the percentage of 78, so 78%, and oxygen percentage 20.946, that is 21%. The percentage of argon is 0.934 and carbon dioxide 0.037, and sometimes you may see the 0.04. So among these gases, all the elements or gases can be changed, only the percentage of carbon dioxide will not be changed. So if the percentage of carbon dioxide changed in the atmosphere, so our atmospheric condition will make the harmful environment. So besides this nitrogen and oxygen, there are moisture, dust particles, argon, carbon dioxide, and some more gases: neon, helium, methane, and krypton. So the earth attracts everything towards it due to gravity. That's why atmosphere near the earth's surface is compact. So as we ascend upward from the earth's surface, atmosphere becomes lighter and lighter. And if you want to ascend to the peak of a mountain, what you have to do? You will have to carry oxygen cylinder with you for breathing. So the atmosphere is extended to few hundred kilometers from the Earth's surface. So the Earth's atmosphere is layered, and each layer of the atmosphere has its own specific traits. The atmosphere of Earth is divided into 4 layers as troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and thermosphere. That is written in your book also. And these layers are divided on the basis of temperature. Now follow the layer of atmosphere. This is the troposphere from the Earth's surface. It is the nearest layer. That is troposphere, and the next layer is at stratosphere, and between the troposphere and stratosphere here is the tropopause, and third layer is mesosphere. So and among the mesosphere and stratosphere here is stratopause, and the mesosphere and thermosphere here is the mesopause, and the thermosphere and exosphere, the part is thermopause. So I will discuss about the full layer of the atmosphere. So about the troposphere, that up to 11 kilometers approximate 7 to 16 kilometers. So 11 kilometers is the approximate height from the Earth's surface forms the troposphere. This layer contains actually most of the essential gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide and water vapor. In this layer all those things happen that influence the life of human beings and other organisms. So as the such as cloud, rain, wind, storm, etc., fog, etc. occurs. So for this happening, troposphere is the most important layer of the atmosphere, and it is the dense layer. Then stratosphere, we will know about stratosphere, that is from just above the troposphere. Stratosphere starts, and this layer starts from troposphere and extends up to about 39 kilometers from the Earth's surface. From the Earth's surface it will be 50, and from the layer of troposphere it will be the 39 kilometer. And this layer contains one gas, that is the ozone gas. So ozonosphere, this gas protects us from the sun's harmful rays, and this layer or above this layer contains less amount of other gases of the atmosphere. So ozonosphere included part of stratosphere. Then the mesosphere, this layer starts from where the stratosphere ends, and with increase in height of the layer, atmosphere starts falling. So this between the part of this thermosphere, mesosphere, thus ionosphere layer formed makes the ion. Then thermosphere, this layer is almost airless, and here temperature rises first, so it is called the thermosphere. Radio signals are reflected from this layer. And thermosphere, the last ended part, is the exosphere to outer space. That is, if you want to move this outer space, where the atmosphere ends, the outer space begins. So dear learners, today up to this, stay safe and blessed at your home.